Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are bringing out my favourite ranking system tier maker for one last time in 2021. This turn to rank the most popular skincare ingredients of the past 12 months. These ingredients are the ones that have seen the biggest increase in search volume over on Google, and we're going to categorise them in three ways. Top tier is going to be the game-changing ingredients. These are the ones that I'm absolutely delighted people are discovering, and honestly, I think they could really change up your skincare routine as we come into 2022. With next tier is going to be old favourites. These are the skincare ingredients that have been around for years, work really well, but for some reason are getting a surge in popularity at the moment. We're then going to have the bottom tier, which is all hype and no substance. These are the ingredients that honestly I think are just going to fade back into obscurity because they're not going to add a whole lot of additional value to your skincare routine, and for me, they're a hard pass. I want you to sit back, relax, as for one last time we rank some skincare ingredients. Now, before we get into this video, I think a big old happy new year is in order. So much has happened in the past 12 months, and honestly I have so much to be grateful for. It's all thanks to the love and support that you guys have shown me that has allowed me to get to where I am. And as we close out 2021, honestly I just want to send you the world's biggest love and hug to say thank you for all of that support. I hope you have an absolutely amazing start to 2022, no matter where in the world you are or whatever it has in store. Just know that here on Mad About Skin we're all one big family, and I want to be there for each and every one of you. So sound off in the comments section below with what your New Year's resolution is going to be, or maybe you're just avoiding resolutions altogether. I would absolutely love to hear from them. Just promise me that whilst you're down there you'll also give this video a big thumbs up and a like, because honestly it continues to support me and the channel so much, and I would love you forever. Now, without further ado, should we get on to ranking some skincare ingredients? The most increased in popularity and search terms ingredients out there are ceramides. Now this I'm going to rank in the old favourites, because honestly ceramides have been around for decades, but they started to see a surge in popularity, and honestly I'm delighted to see it. I think the reason for that increase is because a lot more brands are now formulating with ceramides themselves. If you wanted to get your hands on this ingredient, say 3 years ago, it was CeraVe or nothing. That was pretty much the only line that was actually stocking them and available in drugstores. Not anymore. We have so much choice in terms of ceramides as consumers, and I love that. My favourite ceramide containing product is this one, the Stratia Liquid Gold. Honestly, it's the last time you'll hear me fangirl about this in 2021, I promise, because I have gone on about it quite a lot this year. Honestly, it's just a fantastic barrier supporting, intensely hydrating moisturiser that adds so much value to your skin. Ceramides actually aren't super expensive to formulate with, so you don't have to overpay to get this amazing ingredient in your skincare routine. And whilst I'm sticking it in the old favourites category because it's been around for ages, honestly, if you haven't got a ceramide in your skincare routine, definitely check out and maybe think about including one in 2022 for all that additional barrier support, hydration. It's just one of the great building blocks of our skin. The ingredient that's seen the second biggest increase in terms of search volumes is azelaic acid. This is going right up there in the game-changing category. Azelaic acid was like a revelation when I discovered it for my own skincare routine around 18 months ago, and honestly, I've never looked back. It's a fantastic ingredient that will help to dial back the rate of irritation, redness, and sensitivity in the skin, but also increases cellular turnover and is clinically proven to suppress the amount of acne-causing bacteria on the skin as well, meaning it's a dream for anyone that's suffering with acne, breakouts, and acne scarring. Because it suppresses the rate of pigment production in the skin, it's also fantastic if you have any discoloration, dark spots, or hyperpigmentation. Just an all-round game-changing, like multi-benefit ingredient that I honestly think belongs in everyone's skincare routine. I did a recent video where I spoke about azelaic acid, some of the benefits, and how to layer it with retinol as like my one-stop shop for the ultimate anti-aging pairing. I'll leave a link to that video up there. Definitely worth checking out, because honestly, the fact that more people are discovering this ingredient in 2021 makes me so happy, because truly, for me anyway, it's been game-changing. My two azelaic acids that I have on rotation in my routine at the moment are these. We've got the Face Theory Lumisalia A15 serum, which is a very high concentration of azelaic acid, not for beginners, but something to work up to for maximum benefits. And I also created my own serum this year, which is the Mad About Skin Got You Covered Super Serum, which has a 5% concentration of of azelaic acid. Fantastic for beginners, but if you're already experienced and you just want to dial it up a notch, then the Face Theory is a really great high strength one to go for. There are so many other azelaic acids on the market. I'd say shop around, explore, and find your perfect pairing, but you'll never look back if you include this ingredient in your skincare routine. Now, third on the list of increased in popularity ingredients is sulphur. I honestly didn't expect to see this. I didn't see this one coming at all, but I really love sulphur as an ingredient, and it's got so many great benefits for so many different skin types. I'm putting this firmly in the game changer category. Now, before we delve into sulphur, I am going to issue a big disclaimer to say it always stinks. Rotten egg and sulphur go together. You can't really find a sulphur containing product that doesn't have that quite intense odor. So if you find that off-putting, it's probably not going to be the ingredient for you. If, like me, you're a little bit of a weirdo and happen to really like the smell of sulphur, I know, I'm in a minority, then honestly, use it because you'll see so many great benefits. Sulphur not only calms and soothes the skin, it can eliminate some redness, sensitivity, and irritation, but it's also fantastic for anyone that's suffering with acne. It can help minimize the amount of acne-causing bacteria on the skin, which is great if you've got an active breakout, but more than just that, it also reduces the redness and the inflammation associated with that pimple. You'll often see it as part of spot treatments, but rather than stripping and drying the skin like some traditional spot lotions do, it can help to hydrate the skin at the same time as minimizing all of the inflammation and the acne-causing bacteria. It's like a win-win-win, ding ingredient if you happen to have acne. Don't just look at it for its acne-fighting potential though. Anyone that has sensitivity in the skin, redness and inflammation can benefit from sulphur. It's also really great if you have any hyperpigmentation, because hyperpigmentation is often triggered by excess inflammation and irritation in the skin. So by dialing that back, you'll see a lower rate of pigment production in the skin, which has to be a good thing. Again, I'm going to caution everyone on that smell. Won't be for everyone, but one of my favorite sulphur containing products is this. This is the Topicals Faded Discoloration Serum, which honestly, one whiff, it's definitely containing sulphur, you just know that. But it's one of the key ingredients in this product that's going to help eliminate dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and fade any discoloration that you have. I love this product. Definitely one of my favorite creams/serums of the year, and sulphur being, I think, one of the most important ingredients within it. Now, number 4 on this list is hydroquinone. Now, I think the reason why this has seen such a surge in terms of search volume is because this was recently outlawed for sale in over-the-counter topical products over in the States. I think a lot of people have been Googling to see what that is all about, which is why it's seen a surge in its popularity. Hydroquinone has been used for years to tackle discoloration, hyperpigmentation, and dark spots. It's one of the most effective treatments. However, it is really difficult to use. There's lots of things you need to take into consideration, and if used incorrectly, it can actually cause rebound hyperpigmentation, which is where you end up with the same pigmentation, or in some cases worse than what you had before. It's a really difficult ingredient to navigate, which is why I'm actually really pleased that over in the States, they've banned this in over-the-counter products, and it needs to be on prescription and licensed from a professional in order to get your hands on it. That's really good because that professional can then tell you how to use it safely, how to get the best benefits out from it, and how to prevent that rebound pigmentation, or at least minimize the risk of it happening. Hydroquinone is a great ingredient, but I just think there's so many things that go into using it correctly. For us, the skincare enthusiast that looks for a quick win over the counter, I think this is going to go into the all hype and no substance column. Now, for those of you that want to read me to fill for doing that, because I know it has its ultimate fangirls out there, it's not to say that this is an ingredient that won't work for people. It absolutely will. But if you see it in an over-the-counter product, I stay well clear of it and go to see a professional. Seek that professional consultation and advice before you reach for the hydroquinone. I'm really glad that a lot of regulators are kind of on board with that, and we're seeing it eliminated from some over-the-counter products. And this is a trend that I'm sure is going to continue into 2022. It is all hype and no substance over the counter, but if on prescription, used by a licensed professional that can give you all the information you need, it can honestly be game-changing for your hyperpigmentation. There's just an awful lot of caveats around that. Now, in at number 5 is squalane. Now, I kind of thought this might be the case because I imagine a lot of the searches relating to this ingredient as, what is squalane? How does squalane work? Because I think whilst it's appearing in an awful lot of our skincare products at the moment, it's an ingredient that we don't know a whole lot about. It can be quite difficult to get information on. I pulled together everything you need to know in terms of squalane, my favourite products, who it's applicable for, how to layer it into your skincare routine in a recent video, which I'll link up there. At its basis, squalane is a stabilized version of squalane, which is a naturally occurring lipid in our skin. Our body's ability to produce squalane over time does diminish as we age, and so it's a great ingredient to have in our skincare routine. Squalane isn't that stable, so you won't find it in many skincare preparations, but squalane, which is a stabilized version of it, can be, and that's what I'm talking about in this part of the video. I actually think squalane is a fantastic ingredient, one of the building blocks for our skin. It can help to keep our skin hydrated and nourished. It can also help to soften the skin as well. I would just say, as with all ingredients, just be careful that we don't overuse it. Because it's appearing in just about all of our skincare products, I think there is that potential that we could start overloading the skin with it. That's just never a good thing. Everything in moderation is best when it comes to skincare, but I love squalane, and I love to use it in either a cleanser or a moisturizer every single day to just top up the hydration levels of the skin, keep my skin soft and supple, and I've got some really great benefits. For me, I'm putting this in the game changing, but I'm going to put it with a caveat, again, just to make sure that you're not overdoing it. Finally, on the list of those ingredients which have seen a surge in popularity, we have urea. Now, this is firmly in the old favourites category because urea has been around as a topical application for decades. And I find it a little bit baffling that suddenly it's becoming super popular. However, I'm not actually mad at that because it's one of my favourite ingredients in skincare. It's fantastic because it has so many different benefits. First and foremost, it softens the skin. So it's a protein softener, which means if you have dry skin that's often associated with a little bit of roughness to the complexion, urea could be your best friend and saviour. It's also a light humectant, which means it's going to help retain moisture in the skin, and it gives a very light exfoliation. This means it's fantastic for people that have dry or sensitive skin because it'll hydrate you, take away some of that roughness, and also provide a really nice light exfoliation. I love urea, but for me it's best on the body. I suffer with KP, which is a chicken skin on the backs of the arms, tops of the thighs. If you have any texture on the body at all that you want to get rid of in an instant, use a urea containing moisturizer and you'll see results in about a week to 10 days. It is that quick to act. One of my favorites is this. This is the Ultris Dry Skin Repair Cream, 10% concentration of urea, which is fantastic for the body. And honestly, this is game changing. The only reason it's not in that category is because honestly, it's been around for decades. So it's a firm old favorite that I would definitely encourage everyone to get on board with. For the face, you might not want to go for a 10% concentration, which can be a little bit high. I'd maybe go for something in the 2.5 to 5% range. I think to get maximum results without any risk of irritation. But urea, honestly, should be an ingredient I hope everyone discovers it in 2022, because for me at least, it's been really fantastic on the body, boosting my confidence and helping me to tackle the old chicken skin. So there you have it, guys, a rundown ranking some of the most popular or increased in popularity ingredients in the past 12 months. I would love to know in the comment section, have you used any of these ingredients? Are they your holy grails? Or can you feel a little bit smug because you were using these like years and years ago before they were super popular? So now you can have your smug face on because you're using for years what everyone else is now fangirling over. I'd love to know, so make sure you leave me a comment below. Wherever you are in the world, guys, have a most fantastic start to 2022, and I'm sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.